Chapter 5, Day 1. Look at this place. Everyone's so busy. There's a lot of people back home too, but they're mostly tourists who just pass through. Locals sure are working hard to fix this place. That's the spirit. You go, guys. That's a huge remodeling job they have going on over there. Difficult to pull off without Sanctus intervening. And yet there aren't any soldiers around. Sanctus must really be at its limit. Can't even afford to keep everything in Novus Tokyo in check anymore. Are we here to talk about the insurgency or to find Midori? Sorry, you're right. Midori should be around here somewhere. What was that? Do you say Midori? Do you know her? We're her friends. We came to see her. Tough luck, lover boy. She left. What do you mean she left? She just did. Don't know all the details myself. It's a real shame if you ask me. She was very active in helping the community. She was a relaxing presence amidst the chaos of hammers and nails. Now she's gone. You'll need to help us out here. Where did she go? I'm not really the best person to ask about that. Maybe try someone else. Are there any leads you can give us? Throw us a bone here. Hey, I'd beg her to come back if I knew where she was. Ask that guy over there. He's the foreman. He might know something. Foreman? Yes, he's in charge of everything you see in front of you. Midori helped us out while she was still around, so I'm sure she reported to the foreman too. The foreman, huh? We'll go bug him then. Thanks for the heads up. No problem. Foreman's over there. He's the one you want to talk to. Got it, thanks. You tried to avoid eye contact as he walked past the large man who seemed raring for a fight. Look, little one, what you seek is not here. Cold Rock saw you snooping around, pesky rat. Yeah, I'd be surprised if this place is hiding something that important. I am important. Best in whole world. You found the biggest, baddest gem on the face of the planet right here. What he said. I'm the best manager and my client is the best fighter in the world. Your client. Manager. What are you two supposed to be? I just told you. How disrespectful. The nerve on you. Listen to people when they talk to you. I'm sorry, it's just that I'm not from around here, so I'm not sure how things work. I can tell. No one just walks up to Cold Rock and expects to walk away unscathed. I kill you, insect. I kill you with these big, bad, manly arms. How do you even get that big? You steal everyone's rations? What did you say to Cold Rock? Care to repeat that? Hey, that's evil, and I kinda like that, but... You listen to me, mister. Cold Rock doesn't steal. Yes, this all hard work. Clanging and banging day and night. Something tiny child will never do. If you have that much time on your hands, you should help people around you. I think they'll need to do a lot of heavy lifting to fix this place. As if we don't already know that. That's exactly why we're here. Yes, Cold Rock helps the people lift rubble. And steel beams. And hammer some nails like no one else can. That's good to hear. You still mock Cold Rock? Think Cold Rock's stupid? I think that's exactly what he's saying. Why don't you scoop his eyes out with a rusty spoon and feed them to him like feed them to a dog? That'll teach him. Yuna. Oops. Did I go too far? Sorry, Cold Rock. I know we gotta think of the children, too. The many fans of Cold Rock, yes. There you have it. You got your lucky break, brat. Don't push it. Not that I'd want to. So Yuna and Cold Rock have been added to the profiles. Let's talk to the foreman. You're the foreman, right? I might be. What's it to you? We're looking for a friend. Her name's Midori. Last we heard, she's been staying here in Yoyogi. And who might you be? We're her friends. Really now? What do you need me for, then? Friends should keep in touch with each other. Can't be a good friend if you don't know her whereabouts. We used to be a tight group. Shit happened and we broke up. Even if I did know a certain Midori, how would I know that it's safe to tell you? Maybe she's running away from you. Maybe she doesn't even want you to know where she is. I can't help you unless I know what your intentions really are. Pops, we were all part of a squad called Charlton. Ring any bells? You can't just assume people are still aware of that name, Gunther. Literally everyone else in the game is, though, so that's a major problem right there. Gunther? So you're not the one they call you? I suppose you don't look all that dependable. Hey! He's the resident goof. That would be me, old man. I'm you. You don't look dependable either. Probably can't even do half the work of my boys. I'd love to stay and talk about appearances all day, but we're here to look for Midori. What do you want from this Midori? We're trying to bring everyone back together for another mission. Haven't had enough treasure hunting? Didn't Kinkakuji teach you anything? So notice, he knows all about Kinkakuji, but not Derchalton, supposedly? These kids can get unruly, but I assure you, we're not into any monkey business. Not on my watch. Wish we could have told Midori we were coming, but you know how it is sometimes. The foreman stared sternly at Eiji. Why don't you look around? Maybe you'll find your mark. We're not hunting her. We're here to see an old friend. That's all I can tell you. Now get out of my face. Can't you see how busy people are around here? Damn tourists. He was about to step forward, but Eiji stopped him. Brute force won't work now. Let's just do what he says. Fine, you're right. He knows Derchalton. Maybe he can recognize it's us. Let's see what your game is, Foreman. So he's now in our profile. I hear plenty of talking, but I'm not seeing anything happening. Is anybody gonna do something about this? Yeah. This is getting ridiculous. Somebody just shoot these eyesores already. With what, though? None of us have a gun. Well, for action, I'd beat them with my bare hands if I had a clean shirt to spare. But how are we gonna shoot them if we got no gun? Can't let a bunch of freaks skulk around here any longer. Something needs to happen pronto. Now hold on. Town meeting's gonna decide the best course of action. We're not doing anything without discussing this. If we act prematurely, it would come back and bite us. If we're going to do this, we're gonna do it right. We can't make any mistakes. People's lives are at stake. I'm getting sick of waiting and talking. The more we screw around, the more we put ourselves at risk. The way things are going now, we'll still be talking while they infect the rest of us. You're just letting them do whatever they want while we BS around. I agree. I say we grab those monsters, bring them out of town, and burn them alive. More like burn them to death. But then again, they're already dead, aren't they? Who cares what they are? They're going to be ashes when it's all said and done. We have to protect this town and everyone in it. We're not going to let them have their way with us. Let's just get back to work for now, okay? Fine, but if we lose anyone to those freaks, that'll be on you. What are they going on about? Beats me. Sounds pretty serious, whatever it is. They talked about burning the dead. They must be crazy, if they don't realize how inefficient of a method that is for corpse disposal. You can say that again. Are you daft? I already told you, I don't know where Midori went. Try your luck with the foreman. It's right over there. Okay, I guess we have to talk to them. Not sure I want to go through that again, but I'm curious about their deal, maybe later. Hope this isn't one of those segments where I have to close and reload the game to get the arrows to work. Ah, we can talk to him. What a well-dressed man! I put the T in style. He gets 1 star at best. Give it up, T-Man. Dude looks way cooler than you. What the heck? I wonder if he's seen Midori anywhere. Desperate for leads, aren't you? We've come a long way, old man. I'm just worried you're on your last legs. Want me to show you how strong my legs still are? Whatever. Let me talk to the guy. Yeah. Hello there, good sir. What seems to be on your mind? I saw the way your eyes slithered over my workplace here. Got anything you want fixed? Or do you want something else constructed? Actually, there's something else I had in mind. We're looking for a friend. Her name's Midori. Ring any bells? I'm terribly sorry. I'm new to the area and don't even have the slightest acquaintance here. Please don't frown. I'm sorry I couldn't be of much help. I'm not. But now that I have you, before you go, I'd very much like to ask you something now. I'm kind of in a hurry. I need to find my friend. This won't take but a few minutes. He's going to be one of those types. I'm not interested in trading. I don't want anything you're selling. Selling? Oh no. I don't sell things per se. I was just going to ask if you had any spare computer parts or broken electronics you'd be willing to part with. I sure could use a few more circuit boards, wire, and maybe some spark plugs if you have them. Who are you supposed to be? Oh, I'm sorry. should have given you a gentleman's greeting before we discuss matters of business. My name is Mikhail, inventor. You, traveler. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I don't have the kind of stuff you're looking for, sorry. Oh well, worth a try. So you're an inventor, huh? How's that work? I'm not just an inventor, I'm also an explorer. I've salvaged plenty of choice electronics, artifacts, and such in my travels. As you can see, I got a whole mess of trinkets here. I take scrap, garbage, you name it, and turn it into something new and dazzling. See anything you like? So you are a vendor. In some ways, I suppose. Goodbye. Now, hold on. That's not what I meant. I'm not like the other people out there. I construct and repair, I offer services, not commodities. You shouldn't be so quick to judge me. You never know when an inventor could come in handy. Granted, while I have computer parts and old hard drives, I don't have the contraband the rabble-rousers have been accusing me of possessing as of late. You say one thing of what you do, and everybody jumps to conclusions. Life of inventors and all that. You really are one. No joke. Take a look here. Does all the scrap and circuits say otherwise? Yeah, dumb question on my part. Reminds me of my friend Toshio. He's an inventor too, you can say. He collects spare parts and builds his own stuff out of them. Built his own robot dog. Robot canine? How intriguing. Whatever rumors you have going around can't be so bad. People like to talk, remember that. It is bad when things of a questionable legal nature are addressed. What's that mean? Let's keep it as simple as this. Sanctus would get irate if someone were to have a supercomputer that can do all sorts of things. And word spreading about someone who has such an item, well, you can figure that out. What kind of supercomputer? You know. A quantum computer. A what? Exactly. Nobody's even supposed to know about things like that, let alone own one. Yet people enjoy gossiping. Merely just drunken rantings with the local pub's clientele. But all it takes is one Sanctus supporter to hear about it. Makes me nervous that they could be anywhere. Strike that. Everywhere. You must know how those people are. You're chipped too, aren't you? They're not the most understanding people I've met. I get where you're coming from. I'm thinking of leaving this place once I find the right opportunity, but in the meantime I'm an inventor for hire. So if you ever need something made, fixed, or even upgraded, come see me. We can work something out. The guy's an oddball for sure, but he might be useful for something down the road. I'll keep it in mind. Farewell for now. Mikhail's been added to the profiles. You, what the hell are you doing? My bad. I remember you. You were looking for a friend of yours not too long ago. Everything is settled, I take it? Still haven't found her yet. That's a shame. Hope you find her soon. Is there anything I can help you with by chance? That offer I made you before still stands. Mikhail's an inventor. Must be on the same level as Toshio when it comes to technology, if not higher. While I'm here, I could ask him to check out any gadgets I might have. You thinks about the storage module. Would you mind hearing me out? Alright. You said you were an inventor, plus you said you were the subject of rumors the last time we met. I don't think I like where this is going. I haven't asked anything yet. Just listen. You see, my friends and I have something that needs, decoding, I guess. We can't make heads or tails of it. Even our tech whiz is having problems with it. We don't have the right equipment for the job. Maybe you're the one who can do it. Decoding now? What sort of thing would you need decoded? Nothing too big. However, you need a special type of computer to make this work. We don't have anything powerful enough. You think a quantum computer will do the trick? What are you asking me exactly? Don't tell me you've fallen in with the drunken never-do-wells from the pubs. I'm not insinuating anything here. I'm just asking if it could be done. It's entirely possible if you had a computer like that. I'm quite familiar with the device's specs and abilities. It's just about the strongest computer ever made with a phenomenal processor. It's what any tech expert or enthusiast would kill for. I would be a fraud if I didn't know about its existence. However, be that as it may, I'm sorry to say that I can't help you. You can't. Why not? How much do you know about QCs? Only the things you've been saying about it. I'll use layman's terms for this. It's a type of pre-war device that can do all sorts of things, be it computing, processing, decoding, etc. Now think for a moment. What's the key word here? Pre-war, as in before the nuclear holocaust. The chances of one existing are extremely slim. And if someone is blessed enough to have stumbled upon one, what are the chances of it being operational? Even more slim. And if someone is even more blessed to have found a completely functioning QC, would Sanctus want it in the hands of a common man? No. You said you're an explorer, right? You sure you haven't come across something that can mimic a QC? That would be divine. Unfortunately, none of the treasures I've discovered even come close to QC's power. Most of the items in question are antiques such as old weapons, clothes, art, microprocessors, items of that nature. Although I have tried to invent devices just like a QC, but all my work has been for naught. Many other inventors have tried replicating it, but they failed as well. To make matters even more frustrating, the knowledge of constructing one was destroyed when the nukes fell too. Those computers were one of a kind. The old world is but a hazy memory now. All of its secrets are, more or less, lost to oblivion. Damn. Well, sorry for wasting your time, then. It's not a problem. Wish I could have been of more help. My only advice to you is ignore these rumors about people having QCs. Those computers are about as safe as playing with fire. Just because a fellow says he's seen a lot in the world and constructs his own gadgets doesn't mean he knows everything and has everything. Right. Oh, I guess I'll be more careful next time. Actually, if you do have the item that needs decoding in your person, I could take a look at it. If you don't mind, of course. I may not have what you want, but perhaps I can steer you in the right direction. It's not much, but it's the least I can do. That sounds fair. I'll think about it. So they make you keep talking to this guy, I guess. Hello again, good sir. Like, why do they even have the same intro for him for all 3 times? This is getting really, really lazy. Do you have something for me? You took out the storage module. Here's the item I mentioned before. Look at you. Think you have any idea of what to do with it? Where did you get this? I got it from a friend of mine quite a while ago. And he just gave it to you? Yeah, why? He said to take it and that we need a strong enough computer to crack it. I'm quite astonished that he'd just give this to you for nothing in return. These could have anything on them. If Sanctus knew something like this existed, I'm sure they wouldn't just leave it alone. Unless they do know that it exists, and your friend was giving you stolen goods from them, so it could take the so-called heat off of him. It was one of those don't ask, don't tell situations. He wouldn't even tell me what was on it. He only talked about the computer. What do you suppose could be on it? I'll just have to find out. I have an idea of how to uncover this device's secrets. You said you couldn't do anything about it before. Did I? Oh. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I can open this up for you after all. And how would you do that? This is gonna take some time. Come see me again later. I don't think so. Hand it back. Now, don't get testy. I'm not leaving town with your module, I assure you. Don't think so ill of me. I only need some time to see if my hunch is correct. If my idea doesn't work, I'll return the module right back to you in pristine order. I'm not going anywhere, so you know where to find me. Okay. No, you, don't fall for it. Let's talk to him for the 4th time. See, I'm still working on it. No need to check in on every 5 seconds. It'll take a while, so go have a chat with someone else in the meantime. So, what's the deal between you two? Does he always talk that way? Not he. You refer to Coldrock as Coldrock. Yeah, Coldrock. Why do you speak like that? Can you be any more disrespectful? Don't you know what kayfabe is? So, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. Hey, don't say that word. Coldrock not know what kayfabe is. Oops, sorry. He's right. And to answer your question, mister, call me you, without the mister. You, to answer your question, he does always speak like that. You got a problem? Not really. Good, because you don't just ask someone why he speaks a certain way. What's wrong with you? I'm just saying it must be quite the strain on his pipes. Coldrock needs no pipes. Coldrock's weapons are these fists. Right. By pipes, I meant your vocal cords, of course. You don't want to be in a fight with those pipes not working. Are you implying that my client would ever need to call for help in a fight? No, but he can use a voice like that as a weapon. It's intimidating. You could scare guys away sounding like that, and the best victories are those where you don't fight. Like you would know anything about fighting, scrawny brat. Scrawny insect man-child. You're not any older than me. I don't think you could call me a brat. And your client's big and tight muscles won't be all that useful if the enemy is armed. They'd be more of a liability, in fact. How dare you? As if you know anything. I'm no expert, but anyone who travels outside Nova's Tokyo will always tell you to carry a weapon. What's it going to take to get through your thick skull? Cold Rock is the ultimate weapon. He smashes people into the ground with his bare hands for a living. He needs no weapon. Yeah, Cold Rock is destruction machine. Okay, sure. Hey, Cold Rock, say a guy came up to you and threatened you with a knife. How would you take him down? Simple. I grab his wrist, smash his bones to little pieces. Yeah, then Cold Rock will rip his arm out and beat him with it. Let's say he's fast and he can avoid you. You're pretty big, you're going to be slow in a fight, which puts you at a disadvantage. What if he gets a good hold on you and puts a knife to your neck? Better yet, what if he's so fast he can stab you a bunch of times before you can lay a finger on him? Don't be silly. Cold Rock's skin is hard as steel. No knife could cut through Cold Rock muscles. Alright. Say your attacker has a gun. Cold Rock will deflect bullets with Cold Rock thick skin. That's why it's Cold Rock. Is that your solution to everything? It gets job done. Until you get your head blown off by a high-caliber weapon. He's got a point. Puny Man has no point. Cold Rock can pound any man in a bullet. Phrasing. You sure about that? Cold Rock need not worry about protecting Cold Rock. It's Cold Rock. What if you had to protect somebody else, like your manager here? You know strongest Cold Rock. You know world's strongest manager. Ah, shucks. If you say so. You two are looking giddy as always. Giddy? Cold Rock will show you giddy. Cold Rock will scoop you up and throw you down on canvas from 6 feet in the air. Cold Rock's signature move, Body Slam. Yeah, he'll throw you down so hard you'll break every single bone in your body. Your bones will be all over the place. They'll puncture your internal organs and... Hey, stop. Oh, was I going too far? No, things were just starting to get good. Whatever. Hey, Cold Rock, ever thought that those bulging muscles could get in the way? Of course, Puny Man would ask a stupid question. He is not big and strong like Cold Rock. Yeah, what kind of question is that? He wears those muscles like impregnable armor. If he was someone's knight in shining armor, he'd have a lot of rescuing to do. He'd be too slow to protect you, especially if there was more than one assailant. I appreciate the concern, pleb, but Cold Rock can protect me just fine. That's what I'm worried about. You two are definitely confident in his physical strength. But that's not all there is in a fight. Sometimes it's not about how hard you punch, or how high your tolerance for pain is. You saying Cold Rock can't protect Manager? It only takes a couple of guys, one to distract you and another to take her hostage. How would you respond to that kind of situation? Brute force isn't going to help. It'll just make things worse. A knife on Yuna's throat is better leverage than those thick biceps. You do not joke about things like that to Cold Rock. I'm not joking, though. It's a simple question. I've seen it happen. The louder you yell, the more intimidating you become, and the more scared your attacker will be. Fear can cause him to lose control. That's a positive in a straight-up fight, but not when one of your friends is held hostage. He will threaten you first by cutting you a little, show you some blood. But what are you going to do after that? It can only go downhill from there. Are you messed up in the head? Make Yuna bleed? That's disgusting. Wait, what? Say that again, the way you just said it. Cold Rock, you're not giving him the answer he's looking for. Are you just going to let him talk smack to us like that? Cold Rock apologizes. Attacker will face Cold Rock's wrath. Still too soft, Cold Rock. What's wrong with you? Cold Rock will pile drive him so hard his ancestors will feel it. His great-great-great-grandfather will regret he was born. Cold Rock will clothesline anyone who touches Manager. Then Then apply electrifying German suplex for good measure. You lost me. I've never heard of martial arts techniques like those. What is Puny Man's karate to Cold Rock's body slam? Nothing, that's what. You tell him, Cold Rock. These people are something else. And hopefully we're done with them. Okay, something's really starting to bug me here. I've been meaning to ask you, and now's a good time. Toilet is that way, smelly little man? Cold Rock, you say you'll crush anybody that gets in your way, is that right? Then how come whenever somebody talks about something violent or gruesome, you get all nervous? Don't answer that, Cold Rock. Why shouldn't he answer my question? Because Cold Rock is a busy man. He puts people in the hospital for a living and doesn't need to deal with annoying children like you. If you don't knock it off, Cold Rock might get angry and beat you to a pulp. What do you say to that? I say let him try. I want to see him do it. Somebody's feeling brave. Cold Rock, give him a sample of what a killing machine like yourself can do. With pleasure. Killing machinist Cold Rock. Puny Man will receive beating of a lifetime. You're in trouble now, brat. You'll be eating your own meat through a straw when Cold Rock's done with you. Yuna, cannibalism is R-rated. Oops, sorry, Cold Rock. Really gotta watch my language. But now, it's time for pain. Prepare yourself, little man-child. Cold Rock is ready. Let's see what you've got. Cold Rock takes a fighting stance. Cold Rock is coming. Here comes Cold Rock. I'm waiting. Cold Rock will be coming at you, fast as lightning. Go for it. You have made your last mistake. Now pay for it in spades. Got nothing to say, Puny Man? Is that fear Cold Rock senses in your puny voice? Any last words? Are we gonna do this or what? Is Puny Man gonna cry now? Beg on puny knees and cry? No, let's just do this. We are doing this. This is what Cold Rock does. Any minute now. Any minute. Quit stalling, will you? Stalling? Cold Rock does not stall. Cold Rock is merely thinking. Cold Rock has many strategies for takedown. Sometimes it's difficult to pick best one. Quit screwing around and knock him out already. Rip out his spine and hang with it. Absolutely. Out comes the spine. Cold Rock grabs you by the waist. Scared yet? You're not even squeezing me. How are you supposed to throw me around if you're just gonna pretend like you're grabbing me? This is all mind games. Cold Rock make you soil puny pants with fear. Psychological warfare. Is that what this is? Yes, that's what this is. Cold Rock brain has many muscles for strategizing. It's Cold Rock. You're not a real fighter, are you? Of course he is. Cold Rock is the best around. What on earth makes you say that? Because I'm getting a slight feeling this guy won't even ruffle my jacket. Isn't that right? It is a very nice jacket. Cold Rock! You rip that brat's guts out right now! Make a necklace out of his intestines like you did the one guy last year. But it's fashionable. Cold Rock cannot ruin such a fine article of clothing. A necklace made of intestines is nasty. Not listening to your manager. This is all a big act, isn't it? Kayfabe. Don't you know what pro wrestling is? Guess it is kind of a lost art, and that's why we're trying to keep it alive. Pro wrestling is all about action and the flair and the muscle-bound men beating each other with the chairs. You're all still phonies. We're not phonies. Kayfabe, you idiot. Kayfabe. What? We're in the entertainment business. We do whatever we can to please our audience, make memorable events that will be talked about for years to come. On top of getting as many endorsements and payouts as we possibly can, of course. Gotta make a living somehow. So what if Cold Rock doesn't smash you into a million pieces because of that? If anything, you should be thankful he hasn't flattened you yet. But Cold Rock know nothing but how to destroy a man. You're making him mad. Keep this up, and he might just tag you for real. Damned right Puny Man is making Cold Rock mad. Cold Rock shall squeeze him until all his man juices run dry. Ew. I love it. Is such a line really necessary? It comes off as a little too gruesome. It's best for business. Now shut up. You're ruining the moment. The jig is up already. We can talk like normal people now. Cold Rock normally destroy puny man like you, but today you get a pass. Are these guys a bunch of clowns or what? I'm getting a little tired having to keep clicking on them. What's kayfabe? If I tell you, Kolrak will have to kill you. It's a trade secret. You already spit it out. Might as well air out the rest of it. Don't you get it? Kolrak is a big, scary man who's always itching for a fight. That's who he is. That's how he has to be. Kolrak is Kolrak. That is kayfabe. Aside from the body slams and suplexes, pro wrestling is also about character. The biggest celebrities in the old world were the ones who had the most charisma both inside and outside the squared circle. Squared circle? That's where wrestling matches happen. We're actually hoping to build one in Yoyogi so everyone can see Kolrak in action. For that to happen, and for the sake of entertaining people, we have to follow kayfabe. Without the aggressive loudmouth persona, Kolrak is just a softie with those big muscles. Softies don't sell tickets. Wouldn't that just be awful, Kolrak? Kolrak is hard to the core. No softie hiding in here. Way to go, Kolrak. So, you're incredibly dedicated entertainers. We love the craft more than anything, Kolrak especially so, and that means always remaining in character. When you sleep, eat, walk, talk, or whatever, you stay in character. You maintain the persona you want the audience to see. Inside or outside the ring, it doesn't matter. Kayfabe is sacred. Kayfabe is law. Most guys break kayfabe outside the ring, but that's why Kolrak's dedication on the craft is unmatched. Kolrak has always been, and that's what he'll always be. Get it? Sometimes he slips up and forgets who he is. Probably amnesia as a result of constant blows to the head throughout his career, but Kolrak is Kolrak. Hey, Koldrak's skull is thick as steel beams. No damaging goods inside. Wow. Yeah, anyway, do you get it now? I think so, yeah. It's a shame that pro wrestling is mostly a dead art now. It used to be a spectacle that everyone came to see. But we're not giving up. Pro wrestling is our life, and we want to make the world a better place with it. The more you understand what we do, the more you'll respect it and stop asking questions. Now shut up and grow a brain cell, or I'll make Kolrak give you another beating. I have to say, it's actually quite commendable. I'm sorry I called you phonies. He said phonies again. I don't think he's learned his lesson. Kolrak, bring out the steel chair. Kolrak manager, speak the truth, puny man. Watch your words or Kolrak will snap your leg like twig. But you don't actually hurt anyone, right? Would it kill you to sell a little? You'll never have a future in this business. Snapped like twig. Oh, right. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to me. You sure showed me, Kolrak. That is better. Good boy. Are we done yet? German suplex and body slam. Are these combat techniques? Maybe I've never heard of them because it's the first time I met a big guy who might use them. Puny man wants a demonstration of Kolrak's might. Even as Kolrak's manager, I'd advise against that. If you've never taken a suplex before, you're in for a world of hurt. You probably don't even know how to take a bump yet, do you? But that's okay. Hire me as your manager and you'll be fighting with the best in record time. I don't know what a bump is, but if it's a technique that requires you're all that jacked up, it's an inefficient one. Oh, please, Mr. Expert Master Sensei, show us your ways then. I don't really like showing off, but I guess there is something that's simple enough. You grabbed Kolrak's wrist. Try to resist, alright? Use all your strength. Puny man think he can hurt Kolrak? Ha! It's funny, little man. Whatever, I'll just do this. You place 2 fingers under Kolrak's wrist. He then pushed down Kolrak's hand with his palm. Stop that! This is called a wrist lock. Fairly simple with a lot of effective applications. Heck is that? Doesn't look painful at all. You're lucky Kolrak is good at selling moves. Just look at his face. He's making you look better, so you better be thankful. This is actually quite painful. Doesn't matter how big you are, your joints work like everyone else's. I can press harder, like so. You little... I said stop it already. Come on, buddy. Don't injure a partner. What was that? Did your voice just change? Kolrak has had enough. Let go or suffer the consequences. You released his wrist. Any more pressure would break your wrist, so I'm glad you asked. Good work, Kolrak. Showing this brat how to sell like a pro. Yeah, Kolrak is mentor to everyone, even puny man. Whatever. You guys are quite the pair. Are we done yet? Seriously. You talk big when it comes to fighting. I know my way around a fight, sure. Bet you wouldn't last a minute with Cold Rock. Down and out in a snap. Oh, snap. That's not a bad thing. Most encounters don't last too long. I don't fight wars, and neither do you, I think. Cold Rock's fought many wars. Easy, Cold Rock. This brat might actually have something interesting to say. You think I'm the brat. You're acting all tough, but tell me one instance that proves it. I wouldn't call myself particularly tough. I'm just okay. Tell me a story where you absolutely killed someone, just trashed him, curb stomped him so bad his brain matter stained the ground. Yuna! He talks big, so he's gotta give us something good. I'm not exactly proud of it, but this one time I had to hit a camp all by myself. I had to do it alone, so my only chance was at night when everyone was sleeping. I didn't want to do it, but our survival depended on it. I don't really mind dying, but no one would be able to take care of my sister then. You have a sister? That poor little... Carry on! Okay, we'd been starving for maybe 2-3 days. We approached this group, but they said they had nothing to spare. They weren't taking on any new members either. We had no choice. I saw the cargo they carried and thought there must be food in there. That's all I wanted. A meal for me and my sister, 2 days worth at most. But it didn't go so well. Even though I waited until they were all asleep before I made my move, one of them got up to take a leak. I'd hoped I could still grab what we needed without hurting anyone, but he saw me. He didn't think I did, so instead of waking someone up for help, he tried to sneak up on me. Now here's a trick Cold Rock might not be able to pull off. Insolence! I acted like I didn't see him, led him close to the supplies. When he thought he had his chance, he tried to surprise me, but I was no longer there. Instead, I surprised him. I told him to keep quiet, but he didn't want to. He wanted to protect their supplies, and I understood that. But I had to protect my sister. And then? I'm not as strong as the big guy here, but I have experience with my Tonto. I cut his throat before he could scream. It was the only way. He bled all over me, but I didn't have time to think. I had to get our supplies and scram. That is so hardcore! I said I'm not proud of what I did. If there were any other way out of a situation like that, I'd have gladly taken it. It's not something you can make light of. Killing is bad. What's that? I said, if you tried to kill me, I'd crush you with these massive arms. It'd be a good show. A lot of people would pay to see it. You didn't actually kill the guy, right? I don't think he'd survive having his throat cut like that. Come on, you can tell me. There was a trick, right? Cold Rock can blade too. It's the oldest trick in the book. Cold Rock doesn't blade. Cold Rock bleeds real blood. Cold Rock rarely bleeds anyway. The strongest man in the whole world. Oops, sorry. Bleeding's a trade secret. Or blading's a trade secret. But you did use a trick, right? I mean, who would actually kill someone? That's just disgusting. I couldn't imagine anyone actually killing anybody. You asked. Wait, are you saying it was a botched job? You need to be more careful next time. Think about all the trouble you caused because of that. Well, I was hoping no one would be up. Plans don't always work out perfectly. Yuna nodded cheerfully. Uh-huh. I get what you mean. Shoots happen, right? What's a shoot? Oh, nothing. Just manager lingo. Okay. Luckily, I didn't have to kill others for food like that too often. Not often enough to be completely desensitized anyway. The not-so-cold-blooded killer, I see. Excuse me. The man who kills even when he doesn't want to, because fate has forced his hand. He's cursed with the blood of friends and enemies alike on his hands. A tortured soul that can't stop fighting, because he needs to kill to survive. That could work as a character with a little polish from an amazing manager like me. What do you mean, character? Are you making fun of me? Make fun of such great material as that? Never! Who do you think I am? Just give me some time to mull this over and we can have a new start on our hands here. Great stuff, though. Great stuff. New client? Is manager considering replacing Cold Rock with Twig Boy? How could I ever replace you, Cold Rock? You never know, though. You might want to have a partner down the line. You two could be tag team champs. Cold Rock needs no partner. Cold Rock is one-man wrecking crew. It would rake in the profits, though. David and Goliath fighting on the same card. Oh man, we're gonna break the bank. I don't really get what you're going on about here. Once we're done signing up, you should stick around for a while. We can make it worth your while. Thanks, but I got my own path to walk. Besides, I don't think Cold Rock here is my biggest fan. Cold Rock is fan to no one, because all are fans to Cold Rock instead. Well, if you change your mind, find me here, regardless of Cold Rock's opinion. But careful now, Cold Rock. If you keep scaring off potential partners, Yuna might get upset. Cold Rock accepts any partner. You're still here. Good. Now I won't have to hunt you down and skin you alive. Lucky me. So, what? The module. Oh, yes, I have been having a grand time. So you were able to do something with it. I was able to decode it in its entirety. How? How did you manage to pull that off? You kept saying it was impossible. Unless... Mikhail pulls out the tablet. I had a quantum computer? You did have one then. Why didn't you just tell me you had one in the first place? And risk you running to Sanctus to tell them what I had? No, I couldn't do that. You could have sold me out and I would have been dinner for the buzzards. I had to see the kind of man you are, if you were trustworthy and not some kind of agent of those ghastly monsters. Sanctus has many friends in many places with many disguises. You can't forget that there's no loyalty anymore. Anybody will turn on you in a second if the price is right. People are very greedy, you know. Who's to say you wouldn't have ran it on me? I get it. Look, I'm thrilled you decoded everything. You have my thanks. It took a while, but it was a very intriguing endeavor. I was happy to help. What's in the module? Oh, yes, the module. What is in it indeed? Mikhail runs a few more programs on the computer as the module is still connected. In all my travels, something has always bothered me. What is the world as we know it? Scholarly endeavors practically died along with the old world, so what we do know is severely limited. That begs the question, to what extent do we really understand this place that we live in? Man, that's deep. I'd lose sleep if I think too much about it. But what's that got to do with the module? There's many texts and information that experts in my field would die just to have a glimpse of. It has details of the old world, things that have been lost since the days when nuclear weapons changed the face of the Earth. It also contains data about that old urban legend. You mean the Ark? That's a keen look in your eyes. You're interested in that old legend too, are you? It's alright if you are. From one explorer to another, it's a siren's call. You can't resist it. If it does have more info about the Ark, then that's awesome. I'll take the module then, if you're through with it. Hold on now. Just a moment. I decoded all the module's priceless information. You want me to just hand it back to you? That wasn't part of the deal. He reaches for his Tonto. Easy, easy. No need to be pulling your knife out. What if I offer you a trade? Trade? Yes. The module for my quantum computer. You're serious? Quite serious. As you can see, the device is in perfect condition and works like a charm. You said you have a friend who's interested in electronics, yes? Perhaps the computer will prove useful to him and to you. What about the stuff on the module? I'm not leaving without all that data. Not a problem at all. I'll make a backup of the data right now. There is a lot, about a couple hundred terabytes in size, but this is a quantum computer we're talking about. Faster than any run-of-the-mill computer, backing up the data only take but a few minutes. If you're fine with parting with it, I guess that's fine. But wouldn't you be taking a loss, though? I honestly would, but I have other means to conduct my work. Like how? Would you mind giving me a moment? I just need to initialize the process. So that was the final key of the formula. What? Oh, just one of the final pieces of the data that needed to be decoded. Must have missed something in my excitement. And here we are. Mikhail disconnects the module from the QC and hands the computer to you. One perfectly good QC in exchange for the module. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. So all the data you decoded is on here? Yes, every last kilobyte of it. The operating system of the QC takes some time to get used to, but it's manageable. You just tap the screen with your finger and you can explore every folder that's on there. The built-in applications will do the rest for you. Just be sure you don't delete anything by accident. If I were you, I'd take this straight to your computer expert without touching anything. You wouldn't want to lose all that data because you made a silly mistake. Thanks for the tip. If you ever need help with it, or if you have any questions about the data once you've looked it over, come and see me again. I will. Thanks a lot. Thank you, my friend. Yeesh, a quantum computer. Toshio's gonna go nuts once he sees this. You! What's going on? What you got there? Keep it down. It's a quantum computer. It's got a lot of data about the Ark on it that we can use. Get out. Where'd you get something like that? You didn't kill anybody for it, did you? No. I traded an old storage module for it. Sky and the market decoded and backed up all the data onto this. We just need Toshio to look at it. Really hope we got something here. Well, dang. You made me lose out like a bandit. You made out like a bandit then. He's going to have a lot of fun. And this guy gave it away? Just like that? The man's an explorer, and he seems to treasure knowledge and information over stuff like this. He didn't seem like he needed the computer anymore, so he said I could have it. He gets all the knowledge he could want, and we get the same knowledge with a supercomputer. Everyone wins. Sounds a little too good to be true. My thoughts exactly. A high-pitched screech slowly begins to emit from the computer. What's that? What's what? That beeping or screeching or whatever the heck that noise is. Where's that coming from? It's coming from the computer. What the? The screen just came on by itself. Is it supposed to be doing that? How should I know? I don't know the first thing about this gadget. Screen flashes red with a countdown timer on it. What's that say? Unauthorized user detected. Data purge initiated 765. Data purge? Why's it got a timer? No way. Is it self-destructing? What? Is it gonna blow up or something? I gotta get rid of this thing. Well, don't throw it just anywhere. There's people around. You think I can't see that? Where do you want me to throw it then? In a dumpster? In a ditch? Anywhere. As long as nobody's close to it. Time's up. Yu drops the QC. He and Gunther hit the deck, but there is no explosion. Confused, they cautiously approach the computer. Dude, what the heck? Why did it blow up? Yu picks up the computer. Data purge complete. All files successfully deleted. Deleted? As in everything's gone? I can't even do anything. The screen doesn't move and the notification doesn't stop blinking. It's not working whatsoever. We got a brick. That son of a... Come with me, Gunther. We're going to have a talk with the guy who gave me the QC. I hold him, you punch? Where did he go? He's not here. He's not here at all. You see anything, Gunther? Checked all around. There's no sign of anybody matching the guy you mentioned. None of the neighbors know what's up with him. Some folks do remember seeing a man hanging out around here selling antiques and all that jazz, but that's it. Nobody even knew his name, let alone saw him leave. Guy's long gone, you. Damn. Now that bastard has the storage module. Don't you have another backup? Please tell me you got something out of all this. No, I don't. The QC was the only other device with the data besides the module. That guy. I watched him make the transfer and everything. I never noticed anything suspicious about what he was doing on the computer. He was counting on the fact that I'm not familiar with computers as he is, so he could have done anything in front of me and I would have accepted it at face value. I should have had Toshio come back with me. Maybe then we could have even gotten the tiniest bit of data. Bummer. Played you good. But how could somebody just vanish into thin air like that? Might as well have been a ghost. You doing okay, you? Sorry. Bad question, huh? I'll be fine. I made such a careless mistake and now I'm paying for it. Sorry, man. No loyalty anymore. Ain't that true? No, they're not. What if they are? You heard the stories. One bite from those freaks turns you into one of them. A hipster? It's that guy again. Where'd you hear a dumb story like that? You ever read those old ebooks? There's hundreds of stories about those things rising up and infecting everybody with a virus. I say we whack them with these hammers before they get to us. What about a virus? I only know a thing about it if you let me help. Toshio. You haven't heard? Everybody's scared out of their wits with the new creepy friends in town. Creepy friends? Come to think of it, I've never seen you guys before. No matter. I'm talking about something else. So out with it then. Those monsters! They'll eat your brains! They turn you into them! Sounds ridiculous. Yeah. Are they like mutants that can infect you? But that doesn't make any sense. Yes! I mean, no! They look really messed up, so you might think they're mutants, but the truth is... The angry man paused dramatically, then looked at the group as if waiting for a reaction. The truth is... They're dead people walking. I'm not kidding. The living dead, man. I'm sorry. You're our guest and he's being rude to you. Please don't mind him. We're happy to see new faces here in Yoyogi. Don't let him scare you. Excuse me. I believe you have information wrong. What was that? He called them the living dead, correct?
The living dead, while unfortunately scientifically impossible, is pure fantasy. The dead are just that. Dead. Uh-oh, you've triggered Hayami. There is no way for the dead to become reanimated. The concept of zombies is fiction, nothing more. They make good fiction, though. I have gigabytes of zombie ebooks. On top of that, if zombies did exist, their bodies would have no functioning organs, since they're, again, dead. So there's no mechanism to process food, let alone a need for it. That's why the zombies in Yuri's game smack people around. Which means that there is no reason why a zombie would want to eat anyone's brain. The notion that they wish to devour brains is heavily steeped in superstition. It doesn't make sense when you apply science and logic to it. But what about infecting people with their virus? What about turning people into one of them? Does your science explain that? You didn't see that actually happening, did you? Of course I did. I'm not lying. Why would I make this up? Now that you mention it, I haven't really thought about one thing. If they did exist, assuming that despite having been dead and their organs destroyed, they still live. Socializing is rooted in our survival instinct. We socialize with others like us to increase our chance of survival. We get together to hunt prey better, to have someone watch our back when we need it. That would give them a reason to want to infect others to become one of them, so to speak. If they had the ability to do so somehow. Now, let's not get carried away. That's totally a stretch. No, she's right. That's what it is. Now we know why they multiply by infecting innocent people. Do you blame me now? They're out there. They're a threat to all of us. Those creepy bastards. We really ought to take care of them. I'm so sorry. We're not all crazy, I promise. If zombies are supposed to be the living dead, and if their organs don't work, but they still attack people, then their brain, their nervous system is still working. Or is this where the brain eating comes from? They need a new brain. But if they need one, then they don't have one. So what's governing their actions? How do they move without a brain? This is confusing. Is she okay? I hope we didn't disturb your friend too much. Give it up, Hayami. You're not getting any undead pals. She's fine, let her be. She'll snap out of it eventually. Hey, is everything okay? What are you talking about? Well, someone's running around talking about the living dead. That's at least slightly alarming, I'd say. Did you seriously walk up to me, smoke face and all, to tell me that there are zombies? He doesn't know about this living dead, huh? Maybe non-zombies exactly, but the guys over there have got their feathers rustled over this living dead. Maybe they mean zombies in a metaphorical sense. Zombie literature goes way deep. The old world had a fascination for zombies that overtook popular culture at certain points in history. Back when everyone had phones, people who spent too much time staring at their screens were called zombies. In psychology, dreaming about zombies was believed to imply helplessness and emotional detachment. Maybe zombies in this case are just people who have it rough. Those guys sure didn't sound like they wanted to metaphorically harm these zombies. Agreed. You could have a security concern on your hands, Mr. Foreman. Is that so? Well, then I got this pipe in the back. Been a while since I had to wipe blood off of it. I welcome the challenge. You know about these zombies, don't you? Huh? How do you reckon that? You're a responsible man, I can tell. Everyone working here respects you. For some reason, they believe in you enough to follow your lead. Getting this many people to share a common vision. The massive reconstruction you're doing. It's not easy. And where do you think flattery will take you, young man? I'm just glad Midori was in good hands. What's that now? Our friend. She was here. It's possible that she even lived here for a while. I'd like to believe you and your people took good care of her. I told you, I don't know any Midori. You're a good person. Kids these days. She went to Gotenba. That's where you'll find your girl. Whoa! What gives, Foreman guy? That's not in Tokyo, is it? Kind of far, actually. Gotenba. What's she doing all the way there? We're in contact with a small community in Shizuoka. Midori heard they needed help over there. She volunteered immediately. Didn't even stop to think about it. That's our Midori, all right. We're not walking there, are we? We could, but it'll take weeks. I wouldn't recommend walking. Been a while since we were in Shizuoka. We can use the truck back home, but I'm not sure we'll have enough fuel for the trip and back. We'll need to extract the blood from someone and use it as gas. That is not an option, Hayami. If you want that insane hike, be my guest. How long was it, Toshio? Weeks if we're lucky?
You're in a pickle for fuel, eh?
We really need to see Midori.
Well, lover boy, we did send her there. We have the means.
Obviously, but I don't think he'll just let go of fuel out of goodwill.
Do I look like a greedy man?
No, it's not that. I'm sure your fuel stores benefit a lot of people. I understand how hard it is to let go of even a drop of that.
You're alright, kid. Midori talked about you a lot. Always on a positive note, too. Now I can see with my own two eyes that she was right. I'll give you what you need to go after her.
It's that simple.
That simple.
I know how valuable fuel is to you and your community. You don't have to do this. We can find another way.
Midori has paid that off in spades, believe me. She's a wonderful young lady.
Right, well, if you're sure, we'll take care of Midori.
You damn well should. She's a valuable member of this community. The work she does in Gotenba allows people here to do theirs without worry.
Is that so?
What are we waiting for? Let's go, guys! Yeah, I can't wait to see Midori again.